Greetings, you people. Hello, my king. I was going to how has it been? This is Briarstone. I do indeed welcome you to Sunday morning heroes. Hello and welcome, everybody. I'm about to go ahead and get some audio happening for the people who are along with me this morning. We got Quill18.
Hey, folks.
As well as Demonac.
Greetings.
And Kiss for Luck.
Hey, you.
All right, let's get some FaceTime, man. We got everything set up. It should be set up. If it's not, blame, well, I can't blame anybody, can I?
Bella.
Blame Bella. Very good. I'm going to go ahead. Here it comes. 3, 2, 1. Faces. Everybody's all around. Excellent. It works out.
Hello.
So, guys, welcome back to yet another week. This is going to be session 4 of our D&D campaign, Princes of the Apocalypse. And, well, does anybody need a refresher? What happened last week? Okay.
Well, I know we followed a magical trail from the quarry that was only the tiniest of chances that Lisan could have found it, but you did. And we followed it back looking for its source, and we ended up at Mother Whatever's boarding house where we got attacked by a bunch of guys. That was unexpected.
This is true, yeah.
Big poopy
right
jerk
in
faces.
town. What was that, Quill?
Big poopy jerk faces. It's a
Yeah.
technical word.
Although, you know, they were like, you know, they were just chilling. You guys, you know, started trying to break into their area. I don't know. They could have been in the right. You could have been in the wrong. I don't know. It just,
We came near their building,
Yeah.
and 6 of them started charging and shooting arrows.
I'm
Broke
just
out a
trying to make you
window.
feel bad. All right. Here's the thing.
No,
It's not
didn't work.
working, is it? No. Okay. Here's the thing. Outside of that, if you remember too, there were also like tremors in the ground. There was a lot of things that you guys even talked about with I forget the gentleman's name. One of the workers anyway. Of the quarry.
Yeah, Bob the quarry master.
Yeah, and you even talked to the quarry master. And the quarry master, or the owner, I should say, of the quarry. Well, it didn't turn out to be a very forthcoming fellow. Didn't really want to talk to anybody about it. But you sort of said that it seemed like he had good reason for his actions.
I don't think he was actually right, but I don't think that his position was unreasonable. I just don't think that we had a really good excuse to get in his face completely about it and say, "No, you're an idiot. What are you doing?" We didn't have a lot of evidence.
I don't know. My notes for this guy says Alex Cornin, owner of the quarry, big jerkass. That's literally what my notes for this character is.
Yeah, well, that is some evidence against him then.
Well, very good.
Well, he may have thought it would be bad for business. Maybe.
He sells rocks. Who cares?
Yeah.
Well, rocks can come in handy. They help build houses and hearths and can murder people. It's like it's a big helpful thing there. Right.
I'm saying I don't think people are gonna like judge his product.
Right. Yeah, probably not.
Although I suppose if he gets accused of causing earthquakes and that, okay, they might want to shut down his quarry.
He only has a few workers, right? I mean, he could try and sell them as artisan rocks.
Handcrafted.
Yeah, locally sourced.
I think that would require a lot of charisma on his part. I don't think he has that much charisma.
Not that we noticed.
No.
Okay, so we're standing here. I'm inside the room. I was like following the archers in there.
Right. Let's take a look. Actually, I'm gonna pan over here. This is what you guys were looking at the last time. This is my really quick made up map because really didn't have time. You guys were not supposed to be here. Okay, I cannot express how much you were not supposed to be here. Right. Anyway, you took some damage.
We're still feeling bad about that.
I'm outside bleeding.
You're outside. Yeah, you were bleeding rather profusely.
So the
there.
fight was over.
We're leaving all kinds of evidence here, mostly
We
red.
were supposed to get you all healed and stuff between times. I guess we didn't do that, huh? Okay.
Well, we didn't necessarily have that much time because the combat had ended, but the situation was ongoing. That like I'm standing in somebody else's room, you guys are out there injured, and you don't know what else might happen.
But if you have a band-aid, though, I would really appreciate that.
I have the big band-aid. It's like awesome. Nice. Yeah, that's good.
Get
all right,
Bells to do some triage for you.
There you go, Bells. Triage, puppy. She's running along with the keg under here going, you won't get well. You'll be so drunk you won't care. It'll be fine. So I need this one. So what's that going to be? I'm in the wrong place here.
That looks like 11.
That's 11 hit points for Cow.
Yeah, that's some pretty good healing.
I'm gonna go back to dice window.
I'm barely hurt. It's not worth using it on me.
Okay.
I'm only down 2 hit points. If I get hurt again more, then maybe it'll be worth it.
Well, I'm down a bunch.
Yes.
I will have 9 total. Is that one right? Is this right? This is the same. I know we're down. Well, it's what it says. Okay, I have 9 total.
Yeah,
okay.
The heal feed it heals a lot because it's adding your hit dice, and then it's got like +4 or something on it.
I know. I'm very excited too.
She has a lot to say.
Okay, so that gets me up. I'm healed again.
All right.
Healed again.
Very good.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, all right, you guys go ahead and put your hit points back where it was. I suppose you could do that. Thank you very much for those follows.
It's good.
So you're back up to full. You're back up to full, and then Erik is not quite back up to full.
No, I'm close though,
Yeah.
and I've got 3 temporary hit points still from the last guy I dropped.
Okay.
Technically, I'm still missing 1 hit point, but hardly matters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's only like 10% of your health. So.
This is true at this point.
So we got a room full of like dead archers. It seems like I'm starting to feel like slightly remorseful for having like taken them out so quickly, but they were shooting at us and like
There is that. Yeah.
overreact a little bit.
And if I remember correctly, didn't you throw something at one? You threw a shovel.
Yeah, no, I'm finding. Yeah, I was
Who
just
throws
looking
a
around.
shovel?
It's like, hey, there's shovel.
You threw a shovel.
Back up the spade. I threw a flaming shovel at someone in the
It
window.
just
It
seemed
didn't
to
do
like
that
the
much.
friction of the
It's kinda
air
sad.
made it catch fire.
Yeah, I just threw it that hard, like orbital velocity.
All right. Well, it's been about 6 seconds, specifically, since the last person fell. Like it has been no time at all. Last person just went and just died. And now,
So I want to take a look around the room and see what's actually in here.
yes, absolutely. You guys can check the bodies outside. Lisan and Tal, you can check the bodies outside. And Erik, if you want, since you're already basically inside, you can move around and check the bodies there.
I'll check this one I'm in front of.
Do some
and move
investigation rules, if you will.
I was just saying, yeah, I'll do the ones outside and then pop inside as well, and we should all roll that.
Do.
Yeah, not horrible.
Skills investigation.
Good. 11.
14.
Well, I think Tao at this point is basically just admiring her work on the two that had died to her hand.
It's like, wow, that's a lot more eviscerated than I thought here.
Wow, it was really, really, really good work, I suppose. You're getting the hang of it. Your wrist is getting stronger. Back to it. So it's not just making pies anymore. It's making dyes.
Yeah, it's like falling off. It's like falling off a bike. You never quite forget that like eviscerating motion.
Right.
That's right. Now, if I was a bread baker, I think my strength would still be there from kneading. But you don't want to over knead pie dough because it creates too much of a long gluten strand. You want to keep those pie doughs short so they're nice and crumbly. So, yeah, you don't get the same workout.
Very good.
I only need finished pie.
It's true.
All right. So anyway, I will say that both Lisan and Erik, there's something really, really evident to both of you as you're sorting to move these bodies around so you can get a better look at them. First of all, in terms of their nature, they're all human. Every single one of them are just normal Tetherian human. But interestingly enough, their garb, the stuff that they're wearing, they have a sort of symbol on it. And if you were to remember, and I just say that actually, you probably need to roll for that. Do an insight check.
Does it look familiar? Does it look like that symbol we saw in the cave?
Yeah, I mean, seriously.
Yeah, okay.
That
It's
was
not really
only
been that
earlier
long. So you know what? You don't really need an insight check. We'll call it fine. We're just going to waive the insight check. It is.
I mean, we literally brought it up.
It is indeed one of the symbols, if you can remember in your mind's eye, because it's been not too long ago, and it's sort of imprinted.
Yeah.
It was earlier today, wasn't it? Earlier today.
Yeah.
For our characters, yeah.
Yeah.
So you recognize the
So
symbol.
there were 4.
Yeah. Now you don't
One of the
recognize
ones
what
that was
symbol
around
is
the Eye of
responsible
Sauron.
for. You don't remember. You don't know what, but you recognize the symbol, and all 6 of them have it.
Is it the full symbol or is it just the Elder Eye component?
It's not even the Elder Eye component. It's one of the components, not the Elder Eye.
It's one of the,
It's one of the elemental
elementals.
components.
Is it the Earth symbol?
Just a
Is it the
wild
Earth
guess.
I
symbol?
suppose you guys would know that. Yeah. So yeah, it is the Earth symbol.
Awesome.
But they figured out earlier they were elemental symbols, so I'm guessing they knew which ones were which. I don't know. But yeah, so that's on their clothes. It's not like tattooed or something.
Yeah, it's on their clothes. It's on their garb. It's sort of like
Okay.
embroidered, if you will.
Sure.
So does this mean there's just not like? Because I was assuming there was an elemental cult that was causing problems.
Right.
Now are we going to run into like 4 different or 5 different sort of elemental cults,
Or branches of one doing specific jobs.
or that?
Could happen.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want them to be one, or if I want them to be 4 competing ones, and I have no idea what's better
That
for us.
sounds. I think competing would be better.
I assume.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
United Front.
I would say make a. Actually, you know what? Here's where you do the insight roll. Do the insight roll. Everybody, do an insight roll. It's going to be a combined DC there.
Where's my?
Where's my? I can't. Where's my thing? Did it go?
Yeah, yours went. You can
Okay.
see the chat log.
Oh, it's in the
Okay.
chat.
Yeah, I rolled the wrong skill.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, much more accurate.
Kiss.
Wrong.
6.
Well, at this particular point, I dare say the group as a whole doesn't know much about the elements in this way, in this regard. But I will say that Tao, you've come across something of this nature enough times to know that the elements don't always get along, but you're not sure in which way they don't get along. You just know that, yeah, there's some of the elements, they just don't get along with each other. And also, to your knowledge, sometimes they do get along, right? So there's probably some sort of power play between the 2 of them, if you will, or the 4 of them in some way, but unfortunately you guys don't know enough about it to figure that out.
Yeah, makes sense. Water, earth work together, make mud, whatever. So, anyhow.
Very good.
so what's the room like other than the dead guys that we deaded?
What was that, sorry?
We did it.
What's the room like other than the dead guys that we deaded? It's a boarding house room, but like, is there any
Yeah,
stuff
so
in here? Is the door locked? That's one thing I want to check.
there's not really a lot in the room specifically, as the boarding house usually is. There's just, it's very plain inside. There's mainly just lodging and a place where you could find like sacks, like ready-made sacks of sorts that was made for carrying, for travel, I should say. Sort of like strewn about in different places, and actually 3 sacks, or it seems like some are just left open, like sort of like crazily.
Yeah.
And 3 of them, and 3 different, like right next to each other. Even the beds, immaculately made. Everything seems really, really, really. What's the word I'm looking for? Just pristine in some way. Like,
Yeah.
nobody was either staying there or, you know,
or military discipline,
or something like that. Yeah.
Okay. So do these guys have any money, or what weapons?
Yeah, we're
and
checking the
stuff do they
bodies
have?
outside. Do we find anything else other than
Interesting.
this embroidery?
Honestly, that's it. You
That's
guys,
it.
you find there is nothing else that is
Nothing.
remotely even helpful to you guys.
Hey, Scotty.
No books, no journals, no notes or letters.
Nothing. There is nothing there. It's you know, these guys are
And not in the room either.
nothing. Not a single thing.
Just
not
these
a scrap
sacks.
of anything.
Bunch
Okay,
of
so
random
we-
thugs, not big on literacy, I guess.
So we found tracks that only led from this house to the quarry. We actually followed them backwards.
Yes, exactly.
And
yes.
at the quarry, there had been these bodies or something appeared that didn't move. There was just like statues every night.
Yep.
And then they would disappear. And we started having these earthquakes.
Yep.
No barking.
Basically.
And they have an earth symbol on them.
Yes. Interesting, that.
Well, if you're saying there's nothing else in the room, there's these sacks have nothing in them.
Well,
I don't know
no,
what
sorry.
the deal
There's
with
things
them.
inside. I mean, you guys can loot some extra food rations, if you will.
Yeah, they were just made up for traveling, it sounded like.
But there's nothing really in the way. I mean, I guess if you were to loot everything that they have in their bags, and in fact, if you loot their weapons, you can easily sell them in town. Yeah. I will go ahead and say that you guys get... just roll for it.
Yeah, I mean, we're asking what's in there, so tell us what's in there, and then we'll take whatever's there.
Or you just keep it and tell us how much money we get for hauling it back.
We just clicked take all. He's doing the calculation.
Yeah. Basically, just doing that because there's really nothing of value. You guys wouldn't want to carry this around forever.
I've got my auto loot button on, so it'll be fine.
Yeah. So divided amongst the three of you, each of you will get. Let me do the math real fast. Each of you will get 10 gold.
Okay.
The sacks have nothing important either. They were just like random travel bags.
Yeah, they're just travel supplies.
Yeah.
Then we should beat it before the fuzz show up.
Yeah, and in fact, I dare say that nobody is coming into the room from the house, but Erik can easily tell that people are running. They're not checking the room; they're not coming in, but people are running down the hallway. Two people, in fact, were screaming. They have just left. You hear the front side of the building sort of like shudder as the door is being slammed. Like people are leaving. They don't know what it was, but they're not going to go check it out either.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll get out of here then. I'll grab the shuffle and then stuff some other stuff in my pack and then get going.
Okay.
Actually, I probably have to take an armload of stuff and bring it back out because I'm supposed to be dropping my pack before I fight, so I'm not encumbered.
Okay, very good.
Just toss stuff out the window, like the bags. We'll grab them and.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should go to the quarry.
Okay, you guys are going back to the quarry then?
Yeah, I think we explored this route. I think it made the most sense to explore this one first, but we didn't turn up anything useful particularly, so yeah. Okay. Unless somebody shows up to mess with us, I think we'd head back there and now go check out the quarry like you guys wanted.
Yeah, and follow the tracks in the opposite direction. Rather than find the source, we want to find the destination.
Yes.
Absolutely. Okay. So yeah, it won't take you very long. The quarry's not very far from here, so you're gonna take your strides back right to the quarry. And I will need at this point another stealth check.
Oh, good.
Another stealth check. Oh well, Tao is definitely.
I have a 27.
Ooh. All right. So.
I have disadvantage, right? So no, okay. we stick with the H.
Erik and I just tripped over each other in the dark. It's fine.
Yeah.
But as always, when we're doing stealthy things, I still think our standard will be something like Tao goes a little bit to the left, and Lisan goes a little bit to the right. Yeah. And Erik sort of stays a little back in the middle.
Okay. Yeah. Well, very good then. But as Tao, you reach the edge of the quarry to look in again, and you'll notice quite quickly that the workers down there, they're just kind of tinking away. They're just still doing their work. Everything's going on fine. Lisan, as you approach the quarry, you see this as well. However, unfortunately, you didn't expect the earth to be. That's a donation. Hello, and thank you for that donation, Convincia, with $25.88. But yeah, you notice that, or you don't notice in time that the earth is soft there, and you step. And it goes just a little bit. You're fine. You don't go down with it. You're well above reflex saves right now. But because of that action, the workers look up. They see you. They're leaving. They're just running. They're scrambling. They're here. They say, and they're running.
We're the creepy people.
They think we're the bad guys. Yeah.
They're out of here. They're leaving. They dropped their tools where they stood, and they're just scrambling out of the quarry as fast as they certainly can.
So if the boss shows up now, he's going to really be upset because we just killed his production line for the night.
Basically. Okay. You don't want to meet up with that guy. He doesn't seem like a very nice guy.
No, we don't. No.
Lisan, can you follow the destination of these tracks?
Yes, we're tracking. Let's go. Tracky. Doing all the magic things.
Okay.
Ladies first.
Well, as far as you can do the a survival check. I can do that.
Survival, nature. Oh, I got a bunch of stuff.
Because it's going to be really difficult. Yeah,
18.
Okay. It's going to be really difficult in this area. Now, the tracks that you did uncover that were sort of magical, they led up to the quarry here, as you noticed. Those are the same tracks that you followed backwards to.
Yeah.
To defeat those Earth people.
Yeah.
But anyway, going forward, You see along the stone a little bit of like the rise dust, like the dirt on the stone. But unfortunately, it's too faint. It's getting too faint. You don't really see exactly where they go from here. That you can tell that it does go down into the quarry some length, but after about 10 feet.
They go down into the quarry. They don't stay on the top rim where these people were seen.
No.
So we will head down into the quarry.
Interestingly enough, actually, where you guys are certainly standing, it's important to note that there's a sheer drop there of about 20 feet. But that is, that's where you could see, you got good vision, right? So the dirt that's down there,
I can see
the freshest of the dirt, or the tallest amount, the tallest rise of dirt on the stone down below is right down below at 20 feet. But then you see it going off a little bit to the northeast area, but then it just sort of like fades out and you can't see anymore. So it just lost enough of the dirt where it doesn't show up anymore for you. You can't see it.
But the tracks go down this, like you're saying, steep. I mean, we can slide down.
It sounds like they drop down 20 feet and then continue on from there.
They drop down 20 feet. 102 hours, $5 donation. Thank you very much. You guys' generosity, man. Wow, this is
lovely,
fantastic. You awesome.
Lovely.
Each and every one of you.
Anyone have reason not to drop down?
Nope.
No, let's go. We have to.
Yep.
Now, 20 feet will be very precarious, I dare say. You can take some damage. However, if you make a successful athletics check, because I can just say because it's not, I say it's a sheer drop off, but I'm going to say it's a little bit at an angle there. You can sort of like manage your way down
just
carefully.
Slide down.
DC 10 is going to be enough, actually. Okay, so that's fine. So you sort of just like, you kind of like just glide, you sort of manage yourself going down back to the wall, or back to the open quarry.
Oh, man, I rolled a 24. Superhero landing.
You could do a 3-point landing. Although if you want to do a 3-point landing, I will have you take 1d4.
No.
Just because it's a superhero landing. It's awful, bad for your joints. All right.
Now I did the tuck and roll landing, or acrobatic athletics.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, so get down there and
in a
do
spring.
another. Try to do some more tracking, just to see if we can. You said we do see them go all off to the northeast.
Yeah. They the northeast specifically is sort of following the side shelf. It's one of the mini shelves of the quarry area. There's just shelves, and there's the hole, and there's shelves that go around the side where it's pathways.
Okay.
So
we're on one of those.
You're on one of those. The one that you saw from the top, that's where the footprints were, if you will.
Okay.
On the stone.
And we can see what direction you're going in.
You can.
So
for about 10 feet, and then it goes away.
We're on a ledge of sort. I mean, it could be very, very wide, but we're basically on a ledge of sorts, so we can go this direction or that direction.
Yeah, exactly.
Or back or down further.
Yeah, and the opposite direction of where their foot path is going, the way it seems like it's going, it sort of wraps around another 20 feet, 25 feet in the opposite direction, goes around the wall there, and it sort of ends in a little small drop off about 5 feet before it hits another path. And
so we're
goes around.
Going in this direction.
Yeah.
So anyways, so we have the quarry. It has all these sort of tiers, sort of like stone around the outside where it's been cut. Stone's been cut out, and you can like walk around, and then as you go further in, they're like coming out like steps. I'm guessing.
Yes.
Does it look like at a glance? Can we see any places where it looks like they go into the stone, like where they have like tunnel openings or anything like that?
There are a few shallow tunnel openings. There is specifically, I believe there was 3 that I had marked off. That it goes in, and it doesn't go in far enough. I mean, it's because from the different lanterns that are about the area, it doesn't even go far enough in to where it loses the light of those lanterns. Right? It's just sort of shallow. It's like they found a vein of something and they followed it to there, and then that was it. And they found a vein of something, they followed it, and
they mined out like 8 blocks, and then they like came back out.
There is, however, one particular sort of cavern or alcove, if you will, going off into one, and it seems to have triggered a sort of a what do you call it there?
An event.
An event of some sort. A lot of rocks, a cave-in. There it is. There's a cave-in that happened at that point. Some really hefty rocks had fallen in. But yeah, it's just like blah, 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 big boulders of sorts, and doesn't seem to be used at all. There's no activity in that area.
I'd like to investigate all these alcoves, including that one, if possible. I really want to just poke around, make sure there's nothing hidden or secret.
Okay, yeah, just roll one investigation check, would be fine.
That'll do. 21?
Yep.
I'm just gonna follow again, keeping a little bit of distance, so I'm not like throwing off their like game, but mostly just looking around. I'm gonna let them do the investigating. I'm gonna mostly keep watch around, try and see if anyone shows up. On the lookout, basically.
Oh,
well, I thought it was. It is. Oh, it is. Right. So we have a crit again for an investigation roll, the same one that ruined my encounter. Before. All right. Wow.
Broke or made better.
So, right. What happens is that upon a very, very, very keen eye, Lisan has a keen eye for things.
That elf blood.
Notices in every single alcove, apparently, specifically, there is a trail or a chasing after what looks like perhaps granite, right? There was after the granite, like veins of granite, if you will.
Okay.
So that's whatever. That's boring. But in the cave-in, where the cave-in section was, there is a tiny little hole. In which case, somebody, I don't know, perhaps with low light vision, can look through and perhaps see something on the other side.
Well, what
this
am I
is
seeing?
just like that ceiling trap room again. I rolled like a 20+ investigation.
Yes.
Boy, thank you for that $15 donation.
I'm starting to see a pattern here, Briarstone. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Damn it.
Okay, so what are we seeing in the little tiny hole?
Okay, well, you
see the point of an arrow.
The point of an arrow. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm afraid of every time I hear this.
You see a cavern on the other side, and it seems like these big boulders that are in the way are stacked in such a way to make them seem like it goes on for a while into the cavern, but in fact, they are just as as thick as a door, if you will, into this particular part of the cavern.
So this
Thank you very much, Pyro Jeb.
This landslide isn't really a landslide. It's just a pile of rocks blocking a doorway.
Yeah, in fact, at this particular point, now that you look through and you can look around, it almost seems like instead of a cave-in, it was a really nice-looking cave-in, but it seems like these rocks were like hefted, hoisted, placed. Hefted, hoisted, placed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so you said they're sort of disguising a door. Do we walk around them to find a door, or do we have big, strong Erik here start moving rocks?
Yeah, no, there's no trick to it, it seems, that you can find.
Okay.
And if there was,
Erik.
you would definitely know about it. It's just going to require brawn.
All right, we'll see what I can do. I'm gonna put down my pack next to the thing.
Well,
I guess I gotta take my shield, strap it to my back, so I can use both hands, and then okay, just start moving rocks as best I can.
I'm sure you'll do awesome.
This is going to be fun.
I could probably help.
Now that I think about it,
smaller ones.
Yep. So is this just going to take a while, or are we doing rolls, or what?
I will say that. Well, you know what? If you do a athletics check, DC 18, it will take you specifically no longer than 10 minutes.
Nice. I already wasted my 24, so it's probably not going to work. Nope, 19.
DC 19. Okay, so it's going to take you 10 minutes still, even with that, because these are big, and they have been placed in such a way. But they're big, and you have to you're exerting all this muscle. This is the guy with the bad back, right? But it doesn't matter. But he's like, speaking of bad backs, right?
He has purple runes.
I have huge upper body strength.
Yeah. So yeah, you're able to move. It takes 10 minutes of exertion there, which in 10 minutes. Nobody comes to bother you.
Okay, I was about to say, before you go jump in the gun here, I was going to say I'll keep it, at the ledge outside looking around.
I was keeping watch. If I'm lifting now, then you're keeping watch. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just you come in. Yeah, you come haul rocks, and I'll stand up front.
Yeah. Now,
absolutely.
In fact, at this particular point, I'm not going to have an insight roll for it or anything, but you would really understand at this point that if, in fact, these workers in this quarry were going to scramble again, knowledge or logic would say that they would go and find the nearest guard and say, come back, please. Sometimes, you know, there's something happening in the quarry. Something would happen with that. But however, nobody's coming. And the only thing you can really think about is because, you know, at this particular point, there's dead bodies across the way. So...
Yeah.
That could be tying up the guards. Also, these guys have claimed, though, they don't want to go to the guards, is what they were saying previously.
Yeah.
They don't want to talk
with
to
the shadows and stuff like that. And their boss fires them for talking about it. So there are lots of reasons why help might not be coming.
Yeah.
I actually assumed they wouldn't come back. The one guy who did any talking lost his job, and he was a manager, like in a manager position, right?
I don't think he was a manager. I think
he was just a worker.
We just named him that.
Okay. All right. I figured they're just going to go home and hide. They're not going to tell the boss, or that was my assumption. But you watch anyway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now, after 10 minutes.
10 minutes of rock moving.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
Very manual labor, if you will. So after 10 minutes, the pathway through the tunnel is clear. Now, at this particular point, the lanterns that are just outside, it doesn't penetrate that far into this cavern. However, Lisan, you can see quite clearly that the cavern goes off in a straight line until it meets a sort of a made stone wall. Like, it seems like it's not stone as in natural stone. It's stone as in made. It was sort of masonry, if you will. Like, it's just something. It's man-made.
Okay.
Okay, and it goes up to there, and there's at this point there's still a torch just outside of this doorway, this frame.
Okay. So
there's a lit torch in the...
Yeah.
So is that going to...
And that wasn't making it
not
obvious
a
at
lit torch,
night?
just a torch. Not a lit torch.
Okay.
Salty.
Unlit torch.
Salty. So we have basically, it's going to be another lever to open the door.
It could be.
Could be.
You guys could
okay. We have
check
to
it out.
look for traps or something a little bit, right? Who's best at that? Tao?
Well,
Me?
I'm not going to roll because I can never find anything.
Okay.
I'll look. I'll investigate.
I don't know. I'll re-equip my shield, though, obviously.
An investigation roll as well. Did it go? Where's my...
Nope, that's good enough.
My dice don't show. Okay, it's over here at 21.
Yeah. Okay, 21 will show you that you're checking the torch, eh? Is that what you're looking at?
Well, just for traps in general. How long is this walk?
Okay.
10 feet, 20 feet, 50? What are we looking at?
It is... It's about 30, 35 feet.
Okay. So, yeah, we're just having a look as we're walking up.
Okay. And you don't notice any specific trap mechanism
okay.
going up to this man-made wall. Thank you very much, Goblin Gravy. Another donation coming in. $3. Thank you very much.
That's nice.
But with that roll, it's yeah, you hit all the DCs on that one. You'll notice that there is something very interesting about the unlit torch.
Torch. Awesome.
The unlit torch. So, but the thing is that it doesn't seem like the unlit torch. It seems like it's connected to a mechanism in the wall.
Okay.
But because you rolled really well, you know for a fact, actually, that it's not connected in any way to the path ahead of you. In any way. It's not connected in any way to the actual man-made wall.
Oh.
But it is connected to a mechanism that seems to run along the wall behind you, and the way you guys came.
Oh my
I wonder if
goodness.
it's a trap to collapse the tunnel or something like that.
Ah, no kidding. That's why. Yeah. Poke the torch. Rhino says, "Do it." Okay, checking this door. Yeah, checking this door. Do we see a way to open this door? Do we see a
this
thing?
wall? Is there a way through the wall?
A button that'll push to swing it? Something? Are we finding anything?
You made a good investigation roll already. I dare say, as you look around this wall, I mean, you poke and you prod and you push and you're just trying to find something on that wall. There is unfortunately nothing there.
Well, how does anyone get to this lever?
What do you mean, the lever?
The torch lever, right? Presumably.
There was rocks on one side and a wall on the other.
Right. Exactly. But the torch is connected to something in the wall. It's not connected to this wall in particular. It's connected to something like in the actual rock wall, the stone wall that kind of leads back, from what you can tell, leads back behind you guys.
Here's what we're going to do.
Entrance.
We're going to tie a rope to this torch. We're going to back out of this hallway. Then we're going to pull.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I have to dig all that again, I'm not going to be happy.
We'll buy you pie.
Yeah. We'll see.
I mean, here's the thing, though. Like, this investigation roll is not telling us what this torch, this lever does.
Yeah, that seems pretty.
In any way.
Yeah.
Okay, Briar's moving around. Either his back is hurting or he's getting really excited about the fact that he has a chance to kill us. But yeah.
Look, okay.
Anyway,
the 21 is a really good roll, and I did tell you a lot of information about this torch. You know for a fact it's not connected to the actual man-made wall in front of you.
Yeah.
But it is connected to a mechanism in the something in the mine.
No, we'll do the rope. Let's just loop a rope over it. Don't muck around with it.
From a safe distance.
It doesn't seem possible that there's not a way to go from the man-made structure to this area with this lever. Well, maybe, probably not. I'm getting the sense that it's just going to collapse the whole tunnel and then we'll be screwed. But there must be a way for the people from inside this man-made structure to come here. But apparently we, can't.
Well, remember the path only went one way, right? From the boarding house, it only went to the mine, not back. So maybe they're all there already and then they just walled it off behind them.
I guess that's possible. All right, let's do it.
The trap seems a little bit elaborate.
Or it's just something we
haven't
seen. Maybe it's just something we haven't seen. They only come, the tracks come the one way because they end up, they wouldn't come in here. They wouldn't be moving these rocks every night. No, there's got to be another way. Maybe this opens, well, let's just try it. Let's just open it and find out.
Okay, so the plan, just to be clear, so the plan is, as I understand it, we are all getting out of the tunnel completely so that Tao can carefully affix the rope, get out without pulling on it, and then pull on it when we're at like a safe distance.
When we're out, back on the ledge or something.
Yeah.
This is it? Okay. By the way, from when I was moving the rocks, I picked out a really nice one about the size of a grapefruit that I'm hanging on to in case we run into someone.
Okay, very good.
That's bespoke, locally crafted rock there.
Exactly. Very good quality. Okay. So is this it then? We're going to execute plan.
So you guys, okay, let me get this straight. You guys are actually backing out of the area? Or are you staying where you are?
Yes.
Okay, you're backing out of the area. So all that 35 feet out into the, back in the extra part of the cavern? Okay.
Actually, before you do this pulling, I think I'll step, out of this little alcove that we're in onto the ledge.
Yeah, that's what I mean. We're going back out of the tunnel, so we're out on the ledge.
Okay.
So you guys are actually going back that way again. So
I just wanted to see if it opens something out here that we wouldn't even see. So I'll have a look.
Okay, you still have a really good investigation roll. I'm not going to roll another one for that. Because what happens? I'm gonna add to your knowledge, right? Because at this particular point where you were sitting in the end of this tunnel, you had some amount of knowledge. You collected some amount of knowledge of what's going on over here. So now you're walking back, right? And you're still thinking about what's going on.
Of course.
And you notice as you're walking back to the entrance, as you look up, there seems to be loose but sort of big stone up above. But it's actually, again, it's very much flat. It looks like it's cut properly for stacking, if you will.
Well, there's the trap.
Yeah. So.
Or something's going to come down that we can step. It's an elevator. It's a big stone elevator. Leave me my illusions, people.
Just don't be under it. Of course, that goes for any elevator. Don't be under it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, we have to try. I mean, just get the hell out of the way of this thing.
The more you know.
The more you know, yeah.
So the dungeon master is, by omission, sort of implying that we don't want to collapse this thing from the outside because we're going to be stuck out of the adventure, is what it sounds like.
Well, let's
If
take
one were to
another look at the
metagame really hard.
constructed wall, and we'll all roll investigation again, I
Okay,
guess.
we'll try the constructed wall again before we pull them.
Even though we've already done that.
Is
Let's do it
it
again.
like
We can all see what's going to happen. We're like,
Yeah.
it's 100%
Yes.
sure. We knew from the start. It was really obvious. Even though we didn't get all the information right away.
I've used up all my intelligence.
Okay.
No, I still won't find anything.
No.
Tao has a good one.
Is this masonry wall like not attached to the sides of the real wall or something? Like we can just push it down?
We have a battering ram called Erik.
There is that. I mean, you guys. I mean, I'm not gonna say you can't muscle through. This is D&D. But I will say that with a 20, specifically, it doesn't even matter actually because you guys are gonna get a pretty good check on it anyway. But with a 20, Tao, you are very much certain that this wall can move. But
We were already certain of that.
It is your best
Read that
idea that it is only triggered from the other side.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, maybe there was a secret code or a secret knock, but we sure as
Or
hell
maybe
never learned
there's
it.
another alcove in here someplace. We've got this quarry. We've only looked at this one little patoo of ledge.
Right, but we found
There's
what is
another way
obviously
in.
a thing that they built as a way. It's like we're still
Maybe there's just another way
inclined to
in.
try and do it.
I don't know. Okay, he's
Yeah.
grinning. I don't like it when Briar grins.
I'm
He could
sorry.
be laughing at something in chat. He could be doing a whole lot of other things, but I'm just saying.
I'm trying to be absolutely fair, but I can't change what's happened.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're probably at the exit, even though we found zero evidence of anyone ever walking out here because all the tracks.
Yeah, there
Yeah,
hasn't
you
been
didn't see any tracks in it along. You didn't see the tracks
It's-
leading into this area.
No.
It sounds like we were supposed to just go in towards the mine, and then those idiots were going to come in from behind, and we'd be able to like hide and see them come in. That's probably how the adventure is designed. And then they would use their like secret knock or whatever, and then we'd be able to, oh, we saw the secret knock, and then blah blah blah.
And we killed him ahead of time. We think, oops.
Yeah, we got to remember that when we drop people in 5th Ed, when you actually reduce them to 0 hit points, you're supposed to be able to sort of choose whether you actually kill them or not. Maybe be like not killing everyone and questioning them, which may have been a little bit why I was feeling some remorse. But it is more dubious when you're doing it like with an arrow and stuff.
Yeah, a little bit.
But it's
Meanwhile,
still technically.
There is a shudder to the ground.
Oh.
Don't
Ripples
stand under
right
the
through,
rock.
and
Yeah, everyone out of the alcove.
as it happens, the rocks that were sort of situated in and above, they collapse a little bit, but they catch. There's still an opening
Okay.
to get out.
Okay, let's get out. Let's just look for, I don't know. Look for another way in.
Okay. All right.
We're not finding a.
All
I
right,
mean,
so,
we could still pull the rope and still see what actually happens when we're safe outside of here.
So anyway, as you guys are running back towards the exit, because I'm guessing that's what you guys are going to do. You're all in favor of running before the place collapses.
Not being dead. Yeah,
Yeah,
very good.
We're cool on that.
Right. So as you run back to the exit of the tunnel, you hear warning bells go off in the city. Red Larch is utilizing its like ding 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 ding. Somebody is on the bell. People are screaming and yelling. People are saying, "I'm right here, honey." You hear the woman's voice pierce the air, saying, "I'm right here, honey. Don't worry. I'm right here. I'm right here." And it's coming from almost the center where the actual center of town, where the marketplace would be.
So if it wasn't for the fact that we just had the ground shudder, I'd be a little bit worried that they were setting an alarm about, the murders by the boarding house. But it's feeling like there might be something actually going on.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, the earthquake scared people. We get a wall tumbling down in a house. It could be a whole lot of
I
things.
don't know.
Do we want to run back to town and find out if there's some sort of an attack going on?
Yeah, I mean, the quarry's not going anywhere.
How far is the
True.
quarry from town, really?
In town.
I know it's in town-ish, but like, how far are we from? Like,
Maybe less than a block,
from
I'd
the-
say.
yeah, less than a block from like the street, so like 2 blocks from the center of town.
Extra,
So we
thank you
could-
very much. Another donation, $25. Thank you very much.
Cool. So we could plausibly just like run back to town.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. All right. We'll see what's up.
So you guys running back to town, and it doesn't really take, because there's a lot of light now happening here. There are people standing in the market, or actually I should say around the market area with lit torches. People are still yelling, like, "Oh my God!" La, 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 making a lot of noise. And it's easy to see where the light does not touch. And in fact, the light is not really touching a lot on the ground, because in that area there is no ground.
Yeah.
It's a sinkhole. It's a massive sinkhole, and apparently, from what you can gather from hearing the cries of a few people, is that even though it was well past time for some of their kids to be indoors and asleep, they were out playing in the marketplace at night. Hide and seek is what I hear. I basically hear one person say they're playing hide and seek again, or were playing hide and seek again. So they're trying to peer over into this sinkhole. They got the light that's sort of making it down there. It's a rather large drop, mind you. And you see the bodies of 3 children, sort of like dusting themselves off and trying to get up really slowly.
Oh,
getting up.
Getting up
like, you see the bodies of 3 children.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. They're getting up.
No, they're
Okay.
still moving.
Zombie
All right.
children!
I will say I still am a benevolent DM. Okay. There is the moving bodies of these 3 children, and they are standing up, and they're trying to make their way back up to the top. There's a mound of dirt, mind you, because the sinkhole went boof, but there's like, it just sort of spread out down in this cavern down below, and this just mound of dirt, and they're sort of like trying to crawl very, very slowly up the mound of dirt, trying to get taller, if you will, to the actual ledge up above.
Okay.
How far down are we talking about here?
Yeah.
I believe it is only 30 feet.
Zombie children.
It's 30 feet down.
Yeah, 30 feet. We should still use
That's
ropes.
big enough.
Mm-hmm.
We can say that the children are still alive and mostly unscathed because they're children and they bounce anyway.
Anyway, since
They're
we know
like
there's a
turtles.
sinkhole there, I am gonna like just let go of my rock as we're like coming up behind the crowd, because I don't think it looks like a situation for carrying a big rock around.
Play
And
catch with the kids.
yeah,
Yeah.
here I
I'm
have
gonna
something
hold
to
that
help. Just drop this like rock the size of a grapefruit down 30 feet. See if that
Or
helps.
we could just drop my rope
No,
down
just-
and Eric
yeah,
can
exactly.
pick it up.
You hear that
Yeah.
happening, actually. You have guards
Set some
calling
ropes.
for rope. Go get some rope. Go get some rope
Yes,
quickly.
yes.
But you already have
Here's
rope,
rope.
right?
Yeah.
You already have rope.
Yeah,
Because you
some
know
rope.
you're an adventurer.
Start taking it off my back. Yep.
So you guys can go ahead and start doing that. In fact, there's the
Yes,
3 of you.
we're doing it.
I'm not even going to have an athletics check because these kids aren't very big. But
I
you
can
can
pull
toss
up
the
the
rope
girl.
down in, and you can be heroes.
I'm still
Yeah.
in my widow garb, so I'm actually going to hold back a little bit to,
Yes.
not necessarily get spotted, and certainly not get spotted as a group.
Okay.
I mean, at watch, I'm just going to, be skulking near a building or something like that,
Right.
a little out of sight.
Okay. But yeah, I'll do whatever I can here. Enlist the crowd to help with like affixing the rope at the top and stuff like that, or holding it, or whatever you want to do.
All the eyes are fixed on what's happening in the sinkhole. Cal, you are not noticed by anyone.
Yep.
No, probably
You're quite
not.
sure you're not noticed by anyone. Very good then. So
Skulking intensifies.
Eric and Eric and Lisan, both of you can
Yeah.
easily use your backs, and in fact, several other people, especially the parents of those
course,
kids,
of course.
will also be
Yeah.
like, "Whoa, there's a rope over here." They come and everybody just grabs a hold, and they tell Timmy
Yeah.
and Jeffrey
Yeah, exactly.
and Betty. They just,
Susie,
they
Betty.
just have them there, and they start coming up. 2 of them try to get up on the same rope at one time. Now you guys can try to get the 2 at one. You have enough people to do that, but you know, it's fine. Without further explanation, the kids
We'll
will
get the
come
kids
up to the ledge. They
Yeah.
seem safe. They're hugging their parents, and the parents are hugging them, and everybody's like kind of happy. And the town, at least several other members of the town, look at both Lisan and Erik now, going like,
Yep.
"Thank you, thank you very, very
Eric
much."
went down, right?
Hmm?
Did Eric go down, or did
the way he was
On the ledge.
describing it was just we were letting like the kids, like we were just sending them the
Put a
rope and pulling them up.
rope down with a
I
loop
thought
and
we
telling
were
them
gonna have to
put their
send someone
arms
down
through
to
and-
do it or whatever. Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, something.
indeed.
we
Actually,
got
at this
them out.
particular point, though, could
Checking them for.
who's got?
Give him a quick look over.
Someone should probably go down there anyway, because sinkholes collapse into something, right?
Yes.
They happen where you have shallow mines,
Yes.
or
Yeah.
underwater rivers, or underground
Yes.
rivers, and things like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or ancient temples of elemental evil. Yeah.
And because
Or that.
Lisan, you do have
I can see.
low light
Yes.
vision. You do notice quite easily, as your eyes pierce the darkness there, that there seems to be a bit of a trail of caves, like a cavernous area. There seems to be like a movement in and around.
Of course there is.
Yeah, a webbing.
Any light down there?
No, not yet, at least. Not that you see. I'm gonna go ahead and if you guys are willing to go down there.
It's an area.
No, we're unwilling to follow any plot hooks. We're just gonna avoid plot hooks forever.
Yep. Because I mean, there's no more kids down there. There's no reason to go down there specifically.
Yeah, no, let's go down and see what's going on.
Well, we're going to have to go down. I mean,
Yeah,
this is...
see if it's connected back to the quarry, since we were getting blocked at the quarry anyway.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna get
So, okay. Give the kids a quick once over. Make sure nobody's hurt. That's my job.
Yep.
Town healer. I'm teaching my brother, but he's not as good as me yet, so that's okay. And I'm here. Oh God. And I suppose so. We're heading down into this, guys. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna be switching one of my psionic talents to have dark vision next time we get a chance, because apparently that's the only way we'll ever see anything.
Ace of
pretty dark
Doom,
right here.
48.96. Thank you very much for that donation, $6.92. Fantastic. The generosity this morning. The generosity all the time, in fact. Thank you guys very much.
Pretty much all the time. Yeah.
Did you guys find your characters yet? Did you find them?
Oh no, that's right. Sorry.
Did we find? No.
Zoom out. There we go. They're over there.
There's something really weird going on with the grid, though. We're like 17 times bigger than the grid. Yeah, the grid is like...
sorry, because I was doing that for because there was a Snap 2 grid. I was doing that for placement of items. So let me just get
tiny
this
grid.
back to a normal grid.
Yeah.
Which is that, I think. Actually, no, it'd be the one. Is it the one? I think so. No, not the one. Sorry, not that one. Fix it.
It's in between.
That's way too big, yeah.
Yeah.
There it is.
Hey!
That's the one.
That looks more gritty.
Yeah.
Gritty.
And each grid, each little square, by the way, is of course 5 feet to make it simple.
5. Okay.
Okay, so light a torch again, which makes sense because my guy's holding a torch and a token, and
Okay.
So we got torch. I've still got that I've got that bear trap just slung over my shoulder with a strap attached to it just in case.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, how did Tal get in
Dinah.
without people seeing him? Well, everybody was looking first of all
At the kids.
Now the kids
And I rolled
have been
18 on my
rescued.
skulking.
I should probably roll again.
Yeah, well, we go down into the mine and then you can just Batman in. I mean, I don't know how concerned you are with not being seen relative to just not being
roll the
connected to us.
stealth check.
You don't want to be
And
connected
that's
to
it.
us.
I don't mind that people see me. I rolled a skulking check. I've got an 18.
Oh, you did? Okay, then you're
So it's
then you're
Skulking
fine.
is a thing.
Then you're fine. You know what? Again, you're quite
I just
sure
renamed stealth.
nobody saw you. Oh,
Yeah.
nobody even know this is happening.
And it doesn't really matter whether they see me or not. I'm just trying to avoid, being directly associated with some of these people sometimes going around in town because they also know that they hang out with Tao.
I like picturing okay, the kids are out. That's got people distracted. We're climbing down. Everyone sees Lisan and Erik climbing down the rope as I go investigate, and then just this black cloak you see flapping in the wind is just jumps down into the thing. Again, the Batman music plays for briefly.
I was actually hearing that in my head right then.
I mean,
You have your own theme song then. Sorry. All right. If you remember, Crunk, right? Anyway. So you guys.
Everyone's like, "Oh my God, is that the widow? Is she gonna attack them or something? What's going on?" I don't know.
no, if you're all decked out in your widow garb and it's dark and you've got a really high skulking check, they'll just see the widow. They're not going to connect that to Tao.
You just look for your stealth skill is just you look for a moment when nobody was looking at you, and then you.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you're already not as black as night. Actually, I guess you are black as night, but you're not really, really dark black because of course, that's more visible. I got you. Anyway, that aside.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have to have looky around here.
Yeah. So you guys are gonna move around. You can move around freely in this little area. No problem's gonna happen. But what I will say is that
Always a but.
You guys were starting on top of this massive mound of dirt. That's where you were when you came down, and it was spongy enough to where you didn't really even have to use the rope. I don't know if you guys did or not, but you could jump down there and sort of like poof. You know, there's no check for damage taken or anything.
Okay.
But what I will say is that as you guys were going down, as you were down, in fact, somebody calls down and says, "I'll try to find some guards to help you out and see what's going on down there," and they're walking.
Okay.
They're leaving.
Ardie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, everything. Honestly, how long is it going to take the guards to come here at this particular moment? The guards are probably in multiple places at the moment, trying to figure out.
They're investigating a murder.
Yeah, it's nuts. Okay, you imagine being a guard tonight? Anyway,
Yeah.
So you guys are looking around. Let me see. You guys got good vision, right? So
there's a ladder to the north.
Yeah.
We found a
That's
ladder.
different.
Yeah.
Ladder up or down? It looks kind of up.
It's a ladder that goes up.
All right.
To the street?
Okay, weird.
To a house? Under a building?
Yeah, I'm gonna go north, looking for traps along the way.
Okay,
Absolutely.
I'll follow along.
We don't see anything
No
looking
traps.
down that hall to the. Oh, what do I see?
Yeah, do you see
Looking
anything
towards
to the right?
the west, the east.
Towards the east. Let's see what you say. Let's find out.
Like I can see something, so I'm
Right.
figuring.
Okay. So at the far end of the hall, you can quite easily see again because you're dark vision. You could see a sort of a what do you call it there? Like a not a coat rack, but a robe rack, or what do you want to call it? Up against the wall, sort of pressed in,
That's on the
somehow
side
hung
wall?
against the wall. Yeah. And there's some robes on it. There's a wine skin or a water skin up on top of that.
Really?
And there is a big, articulately looking carved, almost like dwarven handiwork door.
There is a door. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, we have decisions, boys.
I'm assuming that your awesome door of awesome is ultimately where we're going. So with that in mind, I just want to poke my head up the ladder to see what's at the top of it.
Okay.
Assuming that this is the normal way in here. Because we're basically in a street, right? So going this way, we must be going under someone's house, someone's building, someone's shop.
Yeah.
Right on the street.
Yeah.
Can Lisan figure out just by the direction what kind of buildings are in this direction?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? Do a survival check again. Do a survival check.
I'm really good at this part. I'm supposed to be very
and
good.
You've grown up in this town forever.
I know
you gotta
this
get
town.
Direction.
Oh, come on. It's only a 10. I know this town.
You've been here
It's
forever.
probably an
So
easy
no,
check.
DC 10 is what I was looking for. So you just met it. You're sorry guys, I'm moving around because I have a bad back. You're pretty sure that that is in the direction of the wagon works.
Oh, the cranky old guy that works by himself all the time.
Yeah, you guys met him last time.
Yeah.
Wagon. The Ilmith Welver?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Secretly evil cultist.
Secretly evil.
Where
All right.
is...
And I no longer feel the need to poke my head up here because it was always a little risky. But what I'm going to do as I come back down, I'm going to take one of my many flasks of oil and I'm using it to coat all the rungs of the ladder. So that if anyone starts climbing down here,
we'll hear him fall.
That's going to be amazing. Yeah. All right.
And also, if anyone's trying to escape up there, we can light it.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Ooh.
So we just have to remember this if we decide to go out this way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has now been booby-trapped by a certain Tau.
I was hoping it was the other bakery because there would have been a certain poetic justice in that. But, no, that's too bad.
But then again, you couldn't trust the intel of that other person, though, if that was the case.
Yeah.
Because maybe they'd be leading you astray.
That's true.
Or leading Tau astray, I should say.
Would have been fun.
Let's see what's going on at Super Door down here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get Tau to come back and investigate the hallway. There's quite a door.
We should both.
Okay, we have to both do some investigation checks, right, here along this.
Yeah, because we're searching for traps along the way. 2 eyes are better than 1.
No, so as you're making your way forward, you are quite certain there's no traps at all. In fact,
and I see the button to open the door soundlessly, right?
Right. There's actually no button at all. But in fact, with your extremely good roll, you realize that the door is partially open anyway. So.
Oh my God! I'm so glad we figured that out.
Well, while Lisan peeks through the door, I'm gonna steal all the cloaks.
Yeah.
Have a looky. Oh, there we go.
I take more cloaks.
Do they have one in extremely large size?
Question: these cloaks, do they have any sort of insignia, embroidery things on them? Do we see another elemental something?
Completely, I don't know. They don't seem to have anything.
Are they all the
of
same?
note there,
Is it a uniform type thing, or just some random cloak?
Dr. Zmiri, thank you very much. Yeah, no sort of uniform cloak. In fact,
they're bland, but she's asking if they're uniform, like if they're the same.
I mean,
oh yes, they are. Sorry, I know. In the picture, it looks like one is red, one's green. But in fact, they're both red.
Oh, there's only 2, and they're both red. Only 2
red cloaks. All right,
it's just cloaks on the rack. There isn't anything else there.
Is that a water skin?
Yeah, there's a water skin on top. Or a wine skin,
or
water skin. You wouldn't really know until you open it up anyway.
Yeah, I open it.
You open it? It's water.
Yep.
It's water.
Okay. All right, I leave that behind, but I take the cloaks.
Okay.
You know, I pictured, I was hoping we had, if we had 3 cloaks that were all the same, where you could blend in. Remember the old, the 1981 Conan, you put the cloak on and you walk right in and nobody notices you.
Yeah, even though he's the size of Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's exactly the way we need it to work.
So you guys want to wear the cloaks? That is a question.
That's what I'm thinking. Maybe we should, just in case.
Well, how is the size for me?
That cloak for you specifically, it seems like it would be
6'2" or whatever. I'm not like a tremendously gigantic height guy, but I'm very, very wide.
Yeah, no, I dare say that only Tower Lisan could properly wear those cloaks.
Ah, okay.
Well, I'm sure I could put it on, but it's not going to look right.
No, it would look more like a baby bib.
Yeah.
No, I'm like that.
It's more of a short cape for me.
Oh yeah, there you go. Short capes. No capes.
Tao's already got. She's got like a long coat.
Yeah.
That's got a hood as well. So I don't want to wear.
Okay, I'm peering.
My outfit.
What do we see peering through the door here? Okay. Is it lit? I mean, I can see. Tao can see now. Apparently,
without opening it any further.
What do we see? No, we're not opening. Just have a look.
You should be able to see through right now. Can you not?
Yeah, I can see.
We can see a little bit. Yeah, we're asking for like description of what we're seeing.
Okay, so going into this area, that would be. I will give you a quick little thing. Beyond the stone door, the tunnel seems to level out even more. So like instead, like right where you guys were, it was all sort of bumpy. Obviously, it was like dirty stone floor. Like it was really rough, right? So now beyond this door, everything seems to get flat and almost uniform in its nature.
Looks pretty. Yeah, it looks kind of nice.
And
nice cut
actually,
tile
how
floors.
far can you see there? Because you should be seeing double right now.
You can see the edges of big ugly statues.
Yeah.
10, 15, 20,
yeah,
25,
something.
30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Right, so you should be able to see further. For some reason, you're not seeing as far as you are, or should be able to. I see why.
Lisan's not up to the door.
Let me move up here. Sorry, guys.
Oh well, okay. He just changed it. Now we can see farther.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because I had it on every square was 10 feet, and it was supposed to be every square is 5 feet. So there you go.
So I see a wall at the far end. It's a tunnel with 2 alcoves and statues, and another wall at the far end. Is that a door or a wall?
Let me see what you see. Okay, very good. You see a door at the far end. And over to the side, to the north and to the south of this area, you do see what look like very meticulously carved
big
stone dwarves, very, very large, and they're just
dwarves.
Stone dwarves.
It's dwarves! Oh my god!
That's
I guess
different.
there were dwarves in this area in the past, weren't there? Like a long time ago.
If you say so, I take your word.
I can't remember what they're called or anything about them, but there were dwarves.
So
What's the
I'm gonna try to push the door, just gently. Does it move? The stone door?
The stone door in front of you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it opens, and in fact, it's quite interesting. As big as this stone door is, you would imagine that it would sort of make some amount of sound, right? But straining to hear, it's barely got anything happening.
So you're saying that all craft dwarfship is of the highest caliber?
Yeah, it seems
This
pretty
is
good.
nice.
Guys, if we see any dwarven children, just run.
Ace of Doom,
I've
thank
seen
you
this
very
sort of
much.
stuff before.
Yeah. Or cats.
Yeah.
Or cats, yeah.
Normally I'm pro cat, but if we're entering into Dwarf Fortress mode, just burn the cats.
So I think Lisan and I should probably keep going forward, checking for traps in particular.
Checking for traps.
I'm going to take a look
Very
at the left
carefully.
statue over here, and maybe Lisan will take a look at the right.
Yep.
Is the door all one, or is it like a double door?
These doors here, or they're just one big door?
Okay. All right. I can't just like hide behind one half of it then. So I'll just stay back for now.
Okay, I got a 13 on my snooping check.
Phil has skulking and snooping skills.
It's pretty simple for you. As you check it, you notice just off to the side there, you can sort of go under the arm.
What?
You can sort of go under the arm of this big stone
Ooh.
dwarf.
What about the one on the other side?
Yeah,
I
I
don't know.
just got
Oh, you got the roll there? Okay, very good. In fact, that is also the case on the other side.
Oh.
What I miss?
Oh, gee. Okay, there's a tunnel. This statue blocks a tunnel, which is the same side on the other side, and then I can see a bend.
Yeah, actually, yeah, because you have really good vision, so you can see a bend down at the end of that tunnel. Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm thinking we take one of these as opposed to going through the door. For all we know, the door is even to the trap, right? And this is the way you're supposed to go in and out.
Right.
So we have to figure out how to move a statue without the, hole that we're standing on falling in under us or something.
Okay, so right now it's not big enough for us to get through or crawl through.
These areas here in the north and south?
Yeah, can we climb at the statue?
Yeah, no, you can get through.
And we can climb through. Oh, okay. Well, then let's pick one, north or south, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen.
Do we check the chat, or do we think it's symmetrical? And it
We
doesn't
have to
matter?
check for chaps.
No, I mean chat. Do we ask the chat north or south?
Oh, you know what? Okay, that's a good idea. Let's do that.
Sure, chats.
North
What are we
versus
doing?
south.
So do a poll north or south.
Open.
North or south?
North.
They're probably symmetrical and end up in the same place, but we're gonna poll it anyway, just in case.
Let's do it. Are the players going to go north, or are they going to go south?
Anytime the decision is based on no information, no hunches, no value, I think that's when we ask the chat.
I like that. I like that.
Because we're not really making a decision, so we'll let them make the decision.
South is off to an early lead, although North is now catching up. Sharky Chance has split the party. What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah. We'll do that. Not this
I don't want split party. If we split by mass, I go alone.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The two of us, him, about even there.
I think South is going to have it.
Interesting thing. There are three ways, but you guys have designated that you're not going ahead. You're going
I totally agree. I was on the exact same page as how there's if there's one obvious way and two less obvious ways, screw the obvious way.
I mean, the thing is, the obvious way might not be trapped, right? The obvious way might be the way into the grand chamber properly and whatever. And we could be going down the servants routes.
Sure, probably no.
My
But
always
at the same
concern.
time, that's more interesting.
Well, my concern is always if we're going to the place where it looks like that's kind of the main focus. I'm always wondering what's coming up behind me.
Right.
I like
and we
to
play
clear
enough
what's
video
behind.
games
There it is.
that when you know where the main quest is, you can't go there right away. You got to do all the side quests, check all the side tunnels for the secret extra loot. Because you might need an extra potion when you've already got 501 in your bags that you're never going to drink because you got to save them just in case.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think we're going south.
Yep,
Nice.
south seems like the place that you guys are going to go. And I dare say, as the sun, as you sort of push by this ginormous carving of stone, it sort of moves. But Not in a aggressive
Not like
manner.
coming to life and attacking you.
We can
No.
we can turn it. Swivels.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's sort of just like, and the strange thing about this is that as immense as this thing is, it takes
just
no
slides.
effort.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Okay.
Dwarf's just sitting on a post. He sits on it and
Well,
rotates.
we did a check for traps. We didn't find anything, so here's hoping. And
Yeah.
step through.
Let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
Is it not letting me through? Okay, there we go.
Okay, so we're continuing to do some investigation here. We're not just
Yeah,
like
yeah,
going,
yeah.
oh, let's, blah. Is
Very
there
careful.
dust? Can I see tracks? Is there?
There's
I mean, is
no
this thing
tracks in
flat?
this way, but you do see on the
This thing
far side,
flat?
on the
Me?
around the bend, there's a lot of extra gravel, like or dirt, rock, stone, that sort of thing.
Okay, so it is dusty. All right.
We're advancing.
It probably just got collapsed by the same thing that caused the sinkhole, in which case our
possibly.
polling was completely pointless. Yes.
It's feeling kind of dead-endy. Is this a recent collapse?
What are we seeing? I
Is there
can't see
dust
around.
still in the air?
Yeah, no, yeah,
I would know
won't
how
have
fresh
you roll
this-
for that. These stones seem to have been settled here for quite some time.
Okay.
What are we
Well-
seeing? Is this just a wall? What do we see?
Doesn't seem like there's much going on. There's just a
just
bunch of
collapse.
stone, just like a
That's it.
collapsed
It just ends.
ceiling and
Okay.
walls, sort of like coming down and converging in on each other.
Well,
Yeah.
chat did pick the appropriate video game way of check the dead ends first.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is good. Okay, well,
And
this
we can
looks
investigate
old.
the dead end to make sure. You said
Yes.
not roll or anything, but I don't know, just in case.
but
Yeah,
this
no,
looks
Oh.
old.
You are quite
moved some
certain
rocks.
that there is possibly with a DC 20 check, you can possibly get a weapon from there.
Okay.
Like
Find
one
an
of
appropriate
these.
sized chunk of rock.
Yeah, exactly.
We see a little
Oh.
glinty bit.
That's good because I had to leave my other rock
Weapon.
up top.
Yeah, he doesn't mean a real weapon. He means an Erik weapon.
An
No,
Erik weapon.
An Erik weapon. He has a
Weapon-like object.
nicely shaped
so-
rock. It fits right into his palm. Very nice.
Briar.
Hmm?
This looks
Okay.
like it was old, ancient history. This didn't just fall tonight with the cave in. Is this part of the cave in? Is it just circling back around?
Yeah, no, you're quite
This
certain.
has been
that
here for a long
This
time.
has been. It could continue on the other side here. Something could continue on, but it
Obviously
has
it
happened
does.
a long time ago.
Long time ago. Okay, then I'm not going to worry about it today. You know what? We can have an archaeology expedition some other day and just clear it out.
You
Sure.
know
Which is
what?
not a
That's a good
would
idea.
be fun. I know. I want to do that later. This would be amazing. Okay, so we're back out here.
Oh,
Anything
Talisman.
coming up and down this trail on either door? Nothing's peering around going boo. Nothing.
Nope. And as Tal sort of like motions past this other dwarf, it sort of like just moves,
Slides away.
slides around and out of the way.
And
It is sliding on like a central pivot though. It's not like you can just slide them around the halls freely, right? Because otherwise we
No,
should just be pushing a dwarf down the hall as we go, like giant stone dwarf.
You're not sure what's going on there. I mean, you could try if you want. I mean, you're totally free to try.
It looks
Did
like it's
something around this
pivoting.
corner.
Mm-hmm.
We are being careful to look for,
Yeah,
you know,
hanging
signs.
back somewhat,
space.
although not that much.
Okay, we peer around the corner
What do you
and
see? What do you
see
see? Uh-oh. What do you see?
another bend in the tunnel and blood
Yeah.
and body.
Okay.
A body.
Is this another necromancer's place? Are they raising the dead, or is there something else going on? I wonder.
What's it smell like here?
Give
me
it
some
has
information.
the stench of death. It is very, very
Old?
strong.
Like there's rotting bodies, decaying stuff.
Yeah, and actually, give me a what would that be? When you're trying to hear something,
Perception.
perception. Give me a perception check. Actually, is your perception check high enough? No, it's not. Give me a
Mine's
perception check
14.
from here.
Be high, only 15.
Where's my? I don't know. I was supposed to have perception on my short list, but apparently I don't. Sorry, hold on. Perception.
Silas, yes, those are famous words you hear all the time.
Perception.
Try anything.
All right, you know what? That's what you needed. You just needed one more.
There
So,
you
all
go.
right. So there you go, Erik. You are
Eric's
quite
the guy.
sure
Woo.
you hear the faintest of like scratches on stone, and the sort of the very faint squish of something tearing at flesh.
Can I smell rat?
It's not good.
Rat tracks?
Do you have?
Is this hallway, Briar? Is this hallway dusty?
Is it dusty? Yeah.
I've asked this before. Is it swept? If it's dusty, do I see sign of rats, scurrying little creatures,
Droppings,
footprints?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you can
Unless
see that
it's
there are droppings from place to place in this area. Yeah.
Okay.
Huh? See, I was assuming zombies or something, but I guess it's just good old-fashioned vermin. Okay.
Okay. And how many and how big? I can tell this.
No, you can't tell.
I have to listen.
Yeah, you know, you can't.
But it can. It says in the book.
If she,
The exact
she should be able to tell.
No.
No, but she could tell if they're like small creatures or medium creatures, or if they're tiny, right?
Yeah, no,
if they're normal-sized rats, they'd be tiny.
This
bigger
you're quite
than normal
sure
rats.
that this is big. This is rat poop, and it is an exceptionally large rat poop.
Okay.
Not looking at rats. We're looking at rats. Like
Yeah, you're looking at something
Bella.
probably a
Bella
little
rats.
bit more of a conundrum.
A conundrum.
Hmm. Okay. I don't know.
all right.
Guess I'll start heading forward.
I think so.
Behind me. Yeah.
Okay, so we have the tank moving in.
Yeah. You guys stay
Tank
close
moving
behind.
in. I
Okay.
want to stay where I can shoot around him.
Look out for the conundrums. I hear they can be a real enigma in the ass.
Okay, so at
If I
this
see
particular
conundrum, I'll
vantage,
hit it.
Sorry.
If I see conundrum, I'll hit it.
At this particular point, Erik, you have a good visibility. In fact, at this, you notice.
Well, he's got a torch.
Yeah, you notice the
Torches.
moving. Like you see these dead bodies on the floor, on the ground. They don't look like they've been there for a terribly long time. I mean, they're still, they don't look like they've been there for very long. But you do see it start to move. In fact, you have one start to move its arm up, and then a rat moves out from under it. And then one moves his head, and then a rat moves out from under it.
Where's the horrible stench of rotting death coming from then?
Yes, we asked this.
No,
How
sorry, not
long have
rotting death,
bodies
just
been
death.
dead?
The smell of just death, like of
So it
refuse
smells like-
of.
Because something
When
has
you say
died today.
these bodies are
not
moving.
something-
Are they moving like they're alive, or they're just moving because their
Now a rat
large
moved.
rats are moving them?
Yeah, the large rats are moving them. That's what I mean to be saying.
Okay, very different thing.
Can we
I was
start
getting
shooting the
confused
rats?
whether they were like rats eating zombies or something. What I don't know.
Can we start shooting the rats?
Yes,
You could.
I want to shoot a rat. Is there two of them? I'm seeing two big rats that are like half the size of these
Yeah,
people's
there's two
bodies?
rats that you can see.
Okay,
Okay.
then I'm gonna shoot at that pale one that's closest to us.
Okay, very good.
If I can find my weapon button, it'll be fine. Whoa! And 25 8 damage.
Right, very good. So that guy is toast.
Okay, and I'll throw a dart.
No.
9 to hit and min damage. So probably a
9
miss.
to hit. 9 is no go. You do not hit.
All right.
And in fact, this particular rat sees the fallen rat on his other side, and he stands up on his hind legs and goes, "Scar!" And
The hell?
And more are coming.
Yeah.
Right around that corner.
Do rats normally do this? I mean, I've been in this big city. I've experienced some rats, but I don't remember seeing them like communicate.
Look, 3 more. Where did they come from?
it is now time to roll initiative.
So I'm
Where
assuming
did
there's
this
little cracks
thing-
and things in the walls.
There's
that these
cracks
rats
in the
screwed out.
wall.
Well, they
yeah.
would have to be holes if these things are Bella sized. Oh my god.
Yeah, these are rodents of unusual size.
Yeah.
We didn't notice
Yeah.
big holes in the wall.
Well, nobody looked for it over here.
Inconceivable.
We
We were farther away and looking at the bodies.
Mm-hmm.
But
We
yeah,
didn't
it's a big
explicitly
outdoor,
ask to
so-
see a hole in that particular square.
no,
So-
we just said we were looking for
The
things
interesting
along.
thing about rats, though, is rats don't really need a big hole. They don't.
That is true.
That's
Even
okay.
ROUSs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and get some time here. Here we got 17, 17, and 9. So Erik and Tao are going to go on the same initiative. Meanwhile, these guys are going to go and get their initiatives as well. So let me go ahead and just roll here.
Okay.
That's going to be what's their?
I can move this.
Come on then. Can I not click on you? Thank you.
Oh,
They're too small. What is your plus?
purple rat.
Oh wow. Okay, so that's good. So you're going to be added. This guy's also going on to 17. Well, this guy is a little quicker. Very good. So many new people hitting that follow button. You're fantastic. There's that one. Oh, okay.
God, these are fast rats. Yeah, they are like Skaven.
No, they better not be like Skaven. I don't want them like giving us plagues, casting goddamn like spells, cursing the entire place. None of that.
Let's go this way. So this guy
Also, if Skaven were around here, I wanted to play as one because they're cool.
Okay.
Are we going to take a break, the
We
break
are.
before this fight or after?
No, we're going to take a break right now. Cliffhanger, everybody. We're going to come back in just
Rat
a
break.
moment. We're going to have some fight with some rats.
Rat
Rats have got more than 8 hit points, so I'm feeling okay.
Yeah.
I say that now.
No.
Yeah.
Be right
I don't wanna
back,
get
everybody.
swarmed.
Go grab something to drink.
Won't be long.
If you want to find out what it's like when I'm the dungeon master, check out Tales from My D&D campaign.